Hey, hey, kiddos, it's Tanglewood Sue here, coming at you live from my studio today. I'm outside, so I put on my sunglasses, so I'm sorry I'm not making eye contact with you, but it's really bright out here today. It's not that sunny, but I've got two white buildings, white clouds, and everything's like, ah! All right, so let me make sure I'm live on here. Yes, okay. First of all, thank you for joining me. I am streaming both on YouTube and Facebook. I would like to encourage all Facebook fans to subscribe to me on YouTube. This is why. YouTube's better. Don't tell Mark I said that. Well, they're better in that they automatically give you an announcement when I'm going live. It's very easy to find, and you can type in and search, okay? So if you miss something that I did, you can jump right on to my YouTube channel and you can find it. You don't have to go like this through Facebook going, where was she doing that thing with the thing? Damn it! Right? It just makes me crazy. So just subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm going to be going both places, but you'll have an easier time with it. All right, so Crazy Ass Craft Coach on YouTube, okay? What's happening here? So, have you guys ever done something that you just loved? You just loved how it turned out so much. You were so happy. Then it didn't sell. It didn't sell. That was this piece. Here, I'll flip it over so you can see. I was inspired. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, that's just so clever, Sue. I don't usually say that to myself. Well, sometimes you do have to be your biggest fan. Because some days there are no other fans, it's only you. So you got to root for yourself, okay? All right. So I thought this was really cute. It's already sanded, so it's a mess now. But what I've done is I painted this in Dixie Belle blue, of which y'all know me. I'll put it in the show notes, but Bunker Hill blue. Then I thought, I want to do a geometric. And I did, and it was okay. I was like, that's cool. I like that. But then I was like, what if I put a little bit of a design inside the geometric, almost like a tone on tone, not too bright. So it's just like a little smidge of boho, not too much, a little nibble. Okay, so that's what I ended up with. I think it's cute, but guess what? Well, everybody loved it. I mean, everybody who commented loved it, but nobody bought it. And then I had this gal who really wanted the nightstands, matching nightstands. She loved it. They're solid wood. They're heavy. They've got a drawer. They've got space underneath. She's like, if I pay you to repaint them, I'm like, okay. So sometimes y'all have to do that. You just have to say, okay, I got you. I'm going to repaint it. Because here's how we have to look at it. It was fun doing this. It was fun coming up with the idea. I also need to pay the rent. And I'm going to keep this. I've got the picture of it. I think I'll use it again. Maybe I'll do different colors. Maybe orange and navy was just too hot to handle. Or maybe sometimes, as those of you know who are furniture painters, sometimes it's really just about coincidence and time. You've just got that person who loves that color and it fits in their space and it's the right dimension and it's the right tone and it's the right price and they live nearby and the stars align and you sell furniture. Basically, that's what it takes. Stars aligning sometimes. Unless, you paint more neutrals. Not as many stars have to align. I will admit, there are people who sell neutrals have a much easier time of it. They've chosen an easier path in life. Yay for you! I can't do it. So sometimes, in my wild way, I got to just say, we got to do this again. So let me make sure. All right. If anybody's on there, do let me know. I kind of went on random. So what we're doing today, what this client wants, I want to show you guys how easy this is. Once you get over the heartache What's not easy is painting over your art. But once you get over the heartache of it, it's so easy. All right, and I'm doing this in Dixie Belle Caviar. And I just want to give you the basics today. Because, I mean, basically, all I did was I sanded with an orbital sander. You don't need to do that. I had to do that because this was a lot of raised stencil going on. But normally, if you're using Debbie's or Dixie, just give it a light sand. And then I used a little bit of simple green, cleaned it off. I'm painting outside today because it's nice out, and I also really do like painting in natural light whenever possible. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, because you just can't get any better. And when you're working with black, deep tones, any tones really, and you're painting over a color, man, just light your area as well as you possibly can. There is nothing worse than thinking you've done such an awesome job and you realize that you hadn't, okay? So being outside really helps. So I want to show you what I'm doing here. I'm starting upside down. I've told you guys this. Do you listen? Yes, you do. I think you do. Oh, my brush dried a little bit while I was chatting away. Anyway, I've already done this one, and this took me like an hour. Honestly, don't tell the client it was that fast. That's why I don't charge by the hour. I'm too fast. Okay. Ready? No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm over it already. I'm done. But I like to go in random patterns. I don't like seeing brush strokes. I also start upside down because it's just so easy to make the bottom of your piece look nice. Okay, it's just a little added touch. It is also going to ensure, sorry guys, I thought I had my do not disturb on. Let me make sure that's on. Ruh-roh. All right, hopefully we're still on there. Hopefully we're still on. We'll find out. We'll find out. It seems to be going. Hold on, camera. There we go. It's still thinking about it. I'm going to keep going. Super easy to get it looking nice right on the top. Okay. Also, when you do it this way, you are not going to miss the inside of your legs. You're just not. Tonda, I see that. Let me look here and see what's happening, darling. All right. How's that? Are we back? I'm sorry. I thought I put on Do Not Disturb, and then I got a call. Goodness gracious. Okay. Heather. Give it just a second to catch up. And if I'm not back, I will restart it. Not a problem. All right. So I am notorious for missing the insides of the legs. So if I just do it this way, you guys, it's just so much easier. Also, if you're doing any kind of metallic or finish on your legs, good. Oh, good, Heather. Thank you, darling. It's so much easier to do it this way. And let's face it, I'm old. I mean, I'm not ancient, but it's not as fun getting down on the ground and standing back up again. Bring this shit up to me. It keeps going out, you guys. I'm so sorry. It might be the internet because I'm outside. All right. We're back. Okay. So, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to move my operation in ever so slightly here. and see if that might help. I'm still learning how this is all working for us with the new setup. So, and streaming to 2 places at once. So thank you for your patience. We'll get it. But anyway, look how fast this goes. So this is Caviar by Dixie Belle. I slop a lot on here, kids. I really do. And then I push it where it needs to be. All right, I'm going to move it inside because I can see it's still cutting out on me a little bit. Oh, you think I'm brilliant? No, she thinks it's brilliant. Yes, I do paint upside down. I always start upside down. It is harder on a big dresser. It's totally harder to do it that way. But it's, you know what's hard is when you think you're freaking done. When you think you're finished. And you're like, yay, I'm going to wrap it up and give it to my client. And then you crawl underneath. Crawl underneath to put all your bubble wrap on. And then you realize that you missed a leg or you didn't get it, you know, as solid as you wanted. That's hard, because that's hard on your soul. For me, I would rather just do it upside down. And also, I've said this a million times, what's the last thing your customers are going to see when they leave you that day and they've just spent a nice pretty penny on your artistry? Y'all know? They're going to see the bottom of the piece because that's what's going in the trunk, right? That's what's coming off the truck. Have y'all ever painted a custom piece for someone and then the delivery guy comes to put it on the truck and you flip it upside down and you see like there is a family of spiders under there? Nothing says, I don't care, like leaving a bunch of spiders underneath a piece. So let's just deal with that right now, shall we? Let's just get that out of the way. Do you guys see how fast I'm going here? This is how fast you can make this happen. Sorry, my brush fell in the paint when I was moving everything. So I glop it on, but if you're a glopper like me, this is you. If you're gonna glop, you gotta follow through with checking your work. Because if you're like me and you put a bunch on your brush, I don't do this with Debbie's, I do this with Dixie Belle. And then you slide it around. See that? I'm just mushing it in. You've got to go back and pick up any places where it's dripped or pooled. That is the only danger of painting this way. So do you see what I'm doing? I'm going back to where I was, now that that's had a chance to kind of settle in, and I'm pushing it out. Pushing out all these little corners and crevices, getting it all in there. And did you see how many times did I dip in the paint to do the entire front of this piece? Come on now. 1. I dipped in my paint 1 time. That's it. That's it. So, you know, maybe don't do this over an oriental rug if you're messy. But, let me turn this around. Oh, I'm going to get right here. Also, I like to go over these little lips too. I like to go right here. Get them nice and clean too. And that way, if the drawer jostles or anything, you don't need to worry about it. Okay? Because it's all going to be covered. There you go. There is a beauty in repainting something you've already done, because you've already done your prep. You already know all the pieces work. You already know the drawers work. I mean, this thing was already on the floor for sale. So you know there's no major issues with it. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll keep leaning over and seeing if I can answer for you. But this is Dixie Belle in Caviar. All you would need to do, I had to use a power sander, but only because I was taking off a raised stencil. You don't need to do that regularly. I'm showing you guys how easy breezy it is to put it on. Don't leave it on too thick. Don't worry about getting a full coverage. Although I'm putting a lot on my brush, I'm not worried about if there's any wood peeking through. Okay? I'm really not. Not this go round. I know that I'm going to have to do 2 coats. And look at me, I just did the top. Nobody's ever going to see that except when she's loading or unloading, but I still think it's a nice touch. It's kind of like doing a nice touch inside the drawers. Adding some paper. You know what I do? Because I'm too lazy to cut out paper to fit inside drawers, is I water down my paint into like almost like a stain. And I just like well, it's not always white, but I kind of do a wash of my paint over the drawer. The wood still shows through, but it still looks a little bit nicer. Okay, so I'm just getting this on. See, I've still got that orange coming through. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just making sure I don't have any drips. If you guys are new to me, Tanglewood Sue, crazy ass craft coach, you know that I go through brushes like you wouldn't believe. I use cheap brushes because I stab them to death. I don't know why. I'm not angry. I'm not upset about anything. It's a gorgeous day. All right, so now I'm just going through and checking for drippies. Checking for the drips. Not seeing too many. But the beauty with Dixie Belle, not so much, not as easy with Debbie's, but beauty with Dixie Belle is I can mush this paint around, get rid of drips, and it's not going to pull the paint off. Sometimes when you're working with the clay-based paints, if you don't let it dry and you start pushing it off, that's a problem. It pulls it back off again. Also, I'm painting the back of this. Here's a little tip. If you do this, I paint the back of everything because it's going in my showroom. My showroom has furniture in windows, at different angles, on the floor. It's not like everything's lined up against a wall. So I'm going to paint the back of everything so that it looks nice and tidy from all angles. I also say if you do custom pieces, it's a nice touch as well. You know, if you fixed up that whole dresser, what's another 5 minutes to paint the back of it? Now, sometimes it's a big dresser or it's a china hutch, and you're like, Sue, this paint is not inexpensive. I'm not going to use up a sample's worth to do the back. So don't use Oops paint. What I do, go to Home Depot or Lowe's, and I just have a ton of latex Oops paint that I got for like $5. And if I've painted this dresser crazy purple, and I've got the whole back I need to do, well, and if I found some lavender or blue or a pretty green, it's just going to go against the wall anyway. Paint that. Use that. Trust me. A lot of people complain about working with custom clients. I think I've learned. I'm not going to say I didn't mess up a few times in the beginning, because I did. But I think not the piece, just the communication. What I've learned is just set your expectations very clearly. Okay? Live up to them. Show them what you're doing along the way. And do the little things that matter. Okay? That don't take you much time. That make them feel better about their purchase. Okay. All right, check it out, kids. So here's the thing. By the time I got around to the beginning, all right, I'm obviously going to have to work on a signal booster here, you guys. I apologize that it keeps cutting out. I'm back at the beginning, and this is practically dry. All right, so I want to show you. I'm only going to need 2 coats of this. So watch this. Watch this. Solid. It's solid. There's no orange there. All right, that's all it's going to take. I don't want to do all of it because some of it isn't dry yet. But I would say another 10 minutes, this whole thing will be dry. I'll flip it over. I'll do the inside. Okay? The beauty of Dixie Belle, there's a lot of beauty in Dixie Belle. It's rich, solid colors. Did you see how easy that went on? If you one hint though, wash your brush halfway through if you stab like me, because it will get gunky and it'll be harder to push the paint around. I washed it right before I went live. Does not require a top coat. So this client wants it chalky and black. She obviously doesn't have children who are going to get fingerprints all over. I need a top coat. So that's it. When I'm done, I'm done. Peace out. I'm done. It's over. Okay? So, thank you for coming on with me. Hope you learned something. Hope you had some fun. I'll put a link in here. This is Caviar by Dixie Belle. If you've enjoyed the video, if you've learned something and you think you want to paint with these colors, you can jump right on my page and you can get them. If you are on Facebook or new to me here on Crazy Ass Craft Coach, please click subscribe. The beauty of subscribing is that you will know when I'm going on live, because I don't always know when I'm going on live. Okay? I would love to say I'm always going on at this time. Not this season. We don't have that capability. But if you're there and I'm there, let's paint. Let's have some fun. All right, guys? Have a great day. Have a great Monday. It's going to be a good week. You're going to get through this. You will. Just do something creative and you'll get through it. So well.